Hi everyone, this is my third attempt at videoing this, so we'll give another go. I wanted to share with you today some books that I've been making that I've become obsessed with over the last couple of days. And the real purpose to this video is to show you the binding technique that I learned from actually Inkwell, Dede, over on Ustream. She does a regular Wednesday and Thursday show. I think she goes on about 10 o'clock in the morning, might be earlier, but you ought to check her out. She's Inkwell over on Ustream. So this is her concept that I have modified. So to show you the couple different styles, so let me show you the original idea. Okay, so the original idea was to do these file folders. And some of the girls last week was coaching me through painting some file folders. And as you know, I don't usually paint, but I did do these. This is half a manila file folder. Basically, it's folded up from the bottom, and then you have this little decorative flap, and then it's a concertina fold. But what I thought was so interesting about it was how it was attached to the book. So I think I did 4 of these. Yes, 4 of these. And then basically all you do is you make a book the proper size. This one is cut from the flap of a corrugate box. Okay? And then you fold it over. And then in this particular book, all I did was I tied it in. This is the first flap, first fold, and I tied it into the book. And each additional one went down the way. So there's another page idea for all you mini bookmakers out there. You can put some tags, or you can put, whatever you like in the pockets. If you want the pockets to actually be closed too, you could just take your tiny attacher and put a little staple there. So that was the lacing idea with the file folders. So I love this. I will make a mini album like this for sure, where I incorporate this in one way or another. What I liked about this too was these are removable. So you can just slip it out from underneath the ribbon, and there you go. Okay. They are chunky little books. So I made up this little closure. It's hard to see, but that's just a bulldog clip on some ball chain. And that helps to keep it closed. Okay, so that's the original idea with the file folders and your book. Then I was cleaning up my room, and I found some vintage postcards that I collect. And I wanted to create a book to house them in because they weren't getting enjoyed. So what I wound up doing was making just basically a pocket page. Okay? So this is the same concept. Just folding up a piece of cardstock, scoring it down the middle. And then what I did was, this is the genius of Dede. See this? I can lift it up. That's a rubber band. So basically, it's just in the fold on the outside of the binding. So here I had 11 bifold pocket pages. I did use my tiny attacher over here and staple it shut. And so see, that's the first 2 pages. Now there is nothing here. Here's the next 2. Rubber band down, and so forth. Now, if you wanted to get really tricky, you could make a pocket that you could glue on the back of all these pages, and then have pockets on the front and back. Which I think is another idea that I'm going to utilize. So this houses all my vintage Atlantic City postcards. But how cool is that? Also removable. You can, if I want to look at these for whatever reason, the whole page can come out. See that? And then just right back in. So love the rubber band idea. Love it, love it, love it. This one I made out of a popcorn box. It happened to be the right dimension. So, you know, like those little Orville Redenbacher boxes, I just cut off the 3 sides and it fit beautifully. And then I just covered it with, this is the Destinations Tim Holtz paper. And then on the inside it's some Hobby Lobby stuff. But I thought this was great. I happen to have these 7 Gypsies gator clips because you do need a holder, right? So here's all I do is I attached one to either side. I looped a rubber band through one of them, and then you can just use that little hook, and there's your closure. So that's how that one stays closed. Okay, so that's the rubber band binding, which I love. And you can, you know, lash fibers on here, ribbon, whatever you want, and it's all decorated up, and nobody's the wiser. This is the 3rd rubber band book that I've been working on. It's actually a gift for a friend. This needed to be a little bit larger. So I'm kind of using my closure clasp, and this is a work in progress. But this is a bulldog clip. I'll pick it up so you can see it. All I did was attach some ribbon to either end, and then there you go. This one needed to be a little bit bigger because this one houses cards. So these are some standard A2 card sizes. These are blanks that I cut. They're 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I made these kind of bifold pages the same way. I started with a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. This is the French General Collection. And then I'm pretty sure that I wished I'd made it just a tiny bit bigger, but it's working okay. The envelopes are a little bit tight. Folded it up. First I think the total distance, and if you give me a second, I'll measure it really quick because I've forgotten. Yeah, I cut the page down to 9 1/4, scored it in half, and then I scored it I turned the page, and then I scored it at 5 1/2 and at 1. So you get this full 4 1/2 inch pocket, and then a little 1 inch overhang, okay? And then all I did was, to secure this one, is I just put some brads. I have some pearl brads here. And you do see them on the back. I'm not fussed. And then your cards and your envelopes can slide in there. The one thing, if you're going to try and do this, make sure that your brad is as close to the edge as possible, or use a smaller brad. Then you won't be in this kind of tight pocketed situation. And then in the middle, here is the rubber band again. So this actually was, I think this was popcorn box too. So we ran into a little bit of trouble here with distance and 12 by 12 paper. This is approximately 12 1/4 inch distance. So you know how we would like to wrap the edges? So here's what I did, is I took a sheet of 12 by 12 paper and I cut it in half at 6, okay? Then I took another sheet of 12 by 12 paper, the same pattern, and I cut that in half at 6. So the distance between here and here is 6 inches. So basically I attached the paper with a 1-inch 1-inch overlap to itself. I cut it down because the height was didn't need to be quite that long. This winds up being 6 and 7/8. So I cut my overall paper height to, I think it was 9. And then, you just wrap the book as you ordinarily would. And then I do have a liner on the inside. This was the other 6-inch piece. So 2 pieces of paper to do that. Now what I'm really pleased with is I had a seam here, but I just put this trim over it on the front and the back, and it looks like it's the same piece of paper, continuous. So that's how you can hide it. On the back, the purpose of this video, what I wanted to show you, these are the rubber bands. I just picked out 6 blue ones. And then you have a total of 12 pockets that you can put cards in and decorate it up. Now, it's not a very deep pocket, okay, but because this is so chunky, it will push out a little bit if you decide to decorate your cards. I just have some card blanks in here. This is a gift for a crafter, so I didn't want to do the cards for her, but I wanted to give her some resources to get started. So, just a fabulous idea, I think. Really pleased with this little bold dog clip idea, too. You can get these at the dollar store for a bunch. And then we all have ribbon. So, great little rubber band books. Or a ribbon book with Dede's binding technique as shown to me by Paula and the girls over on Ustream. I'm going to continue decorating this one. I'm going to do the front. I'm going to lash on a bunch of ribbon onto the back. It's going to look really, really cute when it's done. But you can do them any size. I mean, the sky's the limit. If you want to paint your outside, I mean, you can have a full portfolio size, and it can be very, very chunky. But this is a really easy, fast way to get some things put away, and I love this concertina fold page. So try that as well. So thanks, Dede, and thanks, Paula and the girls, for coaching me over on Ustream. I'm really enjoying making these, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.